Dragons in the skies, fire from the boughs, wisdom flowing fast, ancient temples bow, mountains echo tales, ancestors crying loud, heroes of the past, legends worn proud. On golden silk roads, history unfolds, mystics in the night, secrets they hold. Great walls shadow long, warriors in rows, in the courtyard's light, a lotus flower grows. Orchids in the wind, laughter from the light, truth within the sand, cities bathed in might. Tigers leap through time, rivers serpentine, harmony and chaos living by design. Phoenix rise anew, feathers burning blue, forest whisper soft, mind open and true. Scrolls of hidden art, sages they confide, speaking of the jade, time won't divide. Battles lost and won, emperors do reign, people marching on, dreams still remain. Peasant to the king, stories intertwined, every single soul walking a fine line. Orchids in the wind, laughter from the light, truth within the sand, cities bathed in light. Tigers leap through time, rivers serpentine, harmony and chaos living by design.
Welcome back. I'm the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. Welcome back. Today's a special stream, as you can see. British people should leave the country if they don't like the country. It's in honor of the Tommy Robinson march that's been going on. I was watching a little bit over on Banksy's stream. It was hilarious. I think I might play a little bit of the clips from his stream if it's still up. But it was funny. They had Shalini come in, giving a speech. And they had Street Mike come give a little speech. And it's like... honestly, I don't want to sound bad, but it really sounds like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. It really does sound like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, it's weird though. It's weird. So yeah, right now the question is, if you don't like the country, if you don't like the laws, if you don't like how it's run, should you or should you not leave the country? Because typically, as a brown person, I can speak and I can attest to this. If I ever complained about anything, if I complained about the new laws that were passed that were dodgy, if I talked about something, anything, typically the response would be, why don't you just leave? If you don't like it here, go back to where you came from. So that's the typical response I would get. So the question is here, if the British people don't like it, should they just shut up and leave? You know, should they just go to Benidorm in Spain and join the rest of the Brits that are there? Should they go to, what's that country, off the coast, the little island, Guernsey? Should they go off to one of these territories if they don't like it here? You know, why is it that it's okay to say to someone who's brown, if you don't like the rules, leave? But if there's a white person, it's like, no, or a British person, it's like, no, we need to change the country. Don't get me wrong, I actually think we need to change the country. But if I was to say that, I get told that I don't appreciate the country enough. I get told that, oh, you just want Sharia law, even though I'm not Muslim. You want Sharia law, so go back to Sharia. No, I just have an issue with the dodginess of the rules and the laws here. So the question is, should the Brits leave the country if they don't like it here? If they don't like it here, if they can't stop complaining, well, Brits can't stop complaining, full stop. Anyway, that's a separate point for another day. That's a separate point for another day. But if the Brits are going to complain about the politicians and the way the laws are being implemented, should they just get the hell out of here? Should they just jog on? Should they just find a country that they want to be in rather than being here? That's the question. Business in the chat, welcome back. Say Street Mike, full patriot. We're watching a Louis Errington stream now. I saw Street Mike. He looked like Great Britain threw up on him. Honestly, it looked disgusting. I think where people go like that far, it's sad. It's sad. It's all for show. Like the guy literally dressed up with like Union Jacks a Union Jack suit, a Union Jack hat, a Union Jack glasses. Literally, he's gone all outfitted. That's not how he normally dresses. That's not how you normally dress. You've done that to show off or to prove a point that, hey, I am British. Even though I'm black, I'm British. To be honest, I actually think that he did it because he was worried that he might get jumped. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Who knows? I don't know what Street Mike is like on his when he's not at Speaker's Corner. So maybe he does dress like this on normal days when there's no Tommy Robinson protest. But I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that it's becoming synonymous of freedom and Tommy Robinson, or Christian country and Tommy Robinson. It's like, wait, no. Is that really the synonym you want? Is that really the relation you want to Tommy Robinson about a Christian country? Because he does not uphold Christian values. I don't know much about the guy, but I could tell you that for sure. Because he would be, like I said the other day, iron sharpens iron. Iron would sharpen the iron of his brothers first before going to attack any other group. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It seems a bit like a show. It's all a show. Madness says Louis Errington is a good. He's only 19. That's cool. I don't really watch him. But yeah, you're more than welcome to go watch him. I don't like a lot of this political stuff because it's always just a narrative that they're trying to feed you. It's always some kind of bullshit that they're trying to feed you. I don't know what Louis Errington's like, but maybe he's good. Maybe he's good. Maybe he's fair and balanced, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Because that's not what makes the money. That's not what makes the money. Business says, yes, absolutely agreed. Madness says, I'm not mad on Street Mike. I'm not. Do you know what? I try to give Street Mike the benefit of the doubt. I kind of got weird vibes from him when I first met him. And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I just constantly get these weird vibes off him. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just get these weird vibes off him. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep my distance with that guy. He may be a great guy. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. But right now, weird vibes. So I'm just going to keep my distance. Business says it's not about color. Street Mike and Shalini are welcomed always. No. They're welcomed because they spout the same nonsense. They are okay with this. Because if you were listening to this Shalini give her speech, she was like, this country is built on Christian principles and foundations, and this country is tolerant of other religions. And then she went on to classify Islam as not a religion, but instead a cult. So therefore, you don't need to apply those rules to Islam. So it's like you're building up as, yeah, it's just, they're pandering. They're pandering to the masses. That's all they're doing. They're pandering to the masses. They seem to get some kind of thrill out of being recognized, because Shalini is anything but peaceful. She's anything but loving. She walks around Speaker's Corner shouting Muhammad is a PDF. She's not there for dialogue. She's not there for growth. She's not there for anything other than to poke people. Okay. And then she's the one who's coming up and saying, hey, listen, we're a great country. Don't let them stab us in the back. I'm like, bro, you're just a mouthpiece. You just say whatever you think people want to hear. You're not saying anything that's truthful or from the heart. Because if it was truthful or from the heart, it wouldn't be so directed towards one group. It would just be the truth stands alone. The truth stands alone. It doesn't team up. Business says it's about Starmer's communism. Starmer has been in power how long, Business? How long has Starmer been in power? The right wing have been in power for, I want to say 12 years or something. It's something long. It felt like forever. The right wing were in power for a very long time. And a lot of the problems that happened recently are because of the right wing. But now the left wing are in, they're blaming, it's just a ploy to get you to argue amongst yourselves. Right wing this, left wing that. They're both as bad as each other. They're both as bad as each other. They both need to be kicked out. And I don't say kick them out and bring reform in. Reform is just the repackaged conservatism. That's all that is. Reform is not a good. I don't think it's a good thing to have, and it's a repackaging. It's just a rebranding of the right wing because they know that they've fucked up for the past 12 years. Business says, I read that it's about Storm's communism. Madness says, I like Louis because he doesn't give an opinion, just reports. I've spoken to him a few times and he's a very nice guy. Okay, awesome. I don't know what to say to that. Madness, I did drop a link for you earlier to come into this chat because you said you dropped me a message saying that you wanted to talk about something, but you weren't here, or you were here, but you didn't join the link. So it is what it is. Maybe another day, or maybe not if it's not that important. But yeah, I did try. Business says Tommy in prison for freedom of speech. Yes, which is hilarious. Because oh, this is hilarious. It's hilarious because these people are the same people who say that Muslims should not be allowed to pray in the street. There's freedom of speech, there's freedom of expression, freedom of movement. As long as you're not kind of blocking people and preventing anyone else's freedoms, it's all good. But yeah, the idea is that I've heard Christians or Tommy Robinson fans say that, oh, Muslims should be kind of banned from speaker's corner, or they should be stopped from praying here or praying there. And it's very right wing. It's very, very right wing to tell people what they can and can't do. It's not a left wing thing typically for the left wing to tell people what to do. Left wing is usually like, oh, don't worry about it, it's all free. You could be whatever gender you want, you could think whatever you think about is how life is. That's left wing, it's very like free. Whereas right wing is the one that goes, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. So the idea that Tommy Robinson is in prison for freedom of speech is hilarious because he's the one who's trying to go around and limit people's freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of expression. So I love the irony. You gotta laugh at the irony. The irony is hilarious. Business says all Sikhs love Tommy. I wouldn't say all Sikhs, but maybe some do. But those are the brainwashed ones. The thing is, you got to realize this about the Sikhs, and just like any other group, the Muslims, the Christians, whatever, there's always going to be subsections within these groups. That's why you've got all these different sects within Christianity, sects within Islam, sects within Sikhism. You have sects, and some of these sects will kind of do their own thing. There was this guy in India. Since we are talking about Sikhs, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he kind of sold out the Sikhs in regards to one of the leaders of India. He kind of sold out the Sikhs to him. He wore a turban, he had the full outfit, he looked like a Sikh, he talked like a Sikh, but he didn't act like a Sikh. And obviously he just sold out. And it's like the same thing they say about the Africans. When they said the Africans were sold into slavery, it's like, yeah, it was the other Africans that would, from the other tribes, that would catch them, throw them to the Europeans and say, hey, these are the ones that you want to take as slaves. It was just because someone's brown or this or that doesn't mean that they're on the right side. It just means that they are saving their own skin. They're thinking about the long term. Street Mike's thinking, oh, I want to stay on the good side. I want to keep getting all the reports. I want to make my name and my channel a big name. So he's thinking businessly. Shalini, she's just thinking that, oh, I've got an accent, and if the British people take back power, I'll probably get thrown out on my arse. So let me just make sure they know I'm one of them. Let me just confirm I'm one of them. Let me just walk around saying Mohammed is a PDF so that they can see that I'm definitely one. That is literally it. These guys are just playing games. They're not really there for change or growth or anything like that. They're just there for their own selfish agendas. Because if they really cared about Muslims being brainwashed or anything like that, they'd actually have conversations with them. They wouldn't just walk around antagonizing them, saying Muhammad is a PDF. They'd actually come up with engaging conversations, and they'd come up with their points as to why Islam is bad for them and blah, 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 and do it in a good intellectual way where they can then open up their heart afterwards. But yeah, these guys aren't doing it for anything other than selfish gain. Selfish gain. Madness says, I seen the message about the link. I thought it would just be a notification about your stream starting. It's okay. It is what it is. I popped in the link on the chat. It was essentially come onto the stream before it starts. I'll send you the link so you could come up and we could talk before, because you said you don't want to talk in front of people. So, but it is what it is. It's not. It's probably not that important. Business says omelette du fromage. That video needs more likes. That video needs more likes. Last time I checked, it only had 2 likes, I think. Let me just see. Oh no, it's got 4 likes now. Awesome. It's got 4 likes and 1 dislike. Awesome. Yeah, that I really enjoyed that stream. That was one of my favorite streams, I'm not gonna lie. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. Madness says, loved your track at the start of last night's stream. Just heard it earlier. Was stunning. Which one was that? Was that Cosmic Dance or was that Eternal Calm? Or was it Hope? Oh, I can't remember what I played. But cheers, big ears. Gossie's back. Welcome back, Gossie. Or D, sorry. D's back. Welcome back. Business says, Street Mike wants to protect the nation from Sharia. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He wants to make money. He wants to make a name for himself as an independent journalist. That is all. That's all these guys are trying to do, okay? If they were there about protecting the nation, it wouldn't just be from Sharia. It'd be from protecting it from all the BS, all the BS, not just the Sharia stuff. So if it's not about protecting the nation, and if it's just about Islam, then it's protect the nation from Sharia. That's when it gets specific. You know what I mean? It's very easy to read into these people's intentions. I'm not going to lie. They're open like books. They're open like books. And I hope I'm wrong. Like I always say, I hope I'm wrong. But 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, I calls it like I sees it. And it's usually what I thinks. Gossy, D says hello to Biz and Desi. Biz/Desi. Business says Street Mike wants to protect the nation from Sharia. No, he's not. Street Mike is not monetized. He's not monetized, but he sells his footage. So he's always trying to sell his footage, and he's probably selling it to these far-right campaigners who want to make promotional videos and stuff like that, because he's got really good equipment. He's invested in the equipment, and I think he may eventually want to kind of have sponsors or something. There is a plan. It seems like there is a plan. It's not just him just doing it for the sake of freedom, truth, love, and the American dream. It's nothing to do with that. It's purely about being part of some kind of narrative that he wants to push. Gossi or D says money. Yep. Lot wanting money. Alternative motives. Yes. Money. Must be funny in a rich man's world. Yeah, a lot of people are just chasing that cash sign, or they're just looking for the controversial things or whatever that they know. Like I said, it would have been very easy for me to start this channel and just say, oh yeah, I'm on the side of the Christians. Yeah, do you know what? Muslims are bad. And I would have gone, my subs would have gone up to like 4 5k or 100k or whatever, because I would have been like, yes, I'm on the side of the Christians. Yes, it's the Muslims' fault. It's the Muslims that would have just shot up my views easily. But I was very adamant from day one to say, no, I don't give a shit about what team you're on. I care about the truth. That's the team I'm on. I'm on the team of truth. So I don't care if it costs me jobs, money, whatever. I will stand by the truth regardless. Even my life, I will stand by the truth. So yeah, a lot of them are just doing it for money or alternative motives. D sees it too. There was a bunch of people that used to come on my stream early on who were trying to get me to agree with their religious perspectives. I had the Muslims come on, try to give me their perspectives and try and get me on their side. I had the Christians come on my stream and try and get me on their side. And I walked away from both. I said, look, I'm not interested in your games. I'm not interested in your games. I stand on the side of truth, the truth alone. Biz says Urban Scoop gives him travel allowances only. I don't know who Urban Scoop is. Is Urban Scoop like a is that like a right wing news outlet? Urban Scoop, independent and autonomous journalism. Okay, yeah. I'm just oh my days. Okay, so that whole thing, that event was actually organized by these people, right? Urban Scoop. I've just gone to their website. Let's just share their website. Let's just share their website. Anyone could go look at it in their own time, obviously. And let me just set up the stream properly, actually. All right. Urban Scoop. All right. So as soon as you go to the website, that's the first thing. Oh, I think you saw it. It was like the Tommy Robinson thing. By the people, for the people. Okay. In memory of Salwan Momika, the guy, anti-Islam activist who was shot dead in Sweden. Okay, so they're liking the anti-Islam people. They protect the anti-Islam people. We've already got 2 people that have turned up on the top of the street, or on top of their website. We've had Tommy Robinson and now the Salwan Momika. Let's see what else they say. That's by the people, for the people, independent journalists without any biases. Okay, this is what they claim apparently. So let's see. Stop the isolation. Okay, free political prisoners. Is it all political prisoners or is it just Tommy Robinson? Is it all political prisoners or is it just Tommy Robinson? I wonder. Oh, no. It's not just Tommy Robinson. I know who it is. It's all the ones who were put into prison because they said something bad about Islam or they were inciting violence. So those are the political prisoners. Yeah, see, you know what I mean? Agenda's clear as fucking mud. It's clear as fucking mud. Urban Scoop, the official launch of the pledge. Let me guess. The pledge is a new cultural movement in the United Kingdom dedicated to empowering citizens and upholding the nation's core values. Its mission is to return power to the British people to defend freedom, family, faith, and home. 1, standing for freedom, equality under the law, real democracy, and family. Okay, so standing for freedom, equality under the law, real democracy, and family. Is that for everyone? Because as last time I checked, there's a lot of these groups that are all about Muslims need to get out, send them back to where they came from. And literally, Shalini was just saying something similar to that as well. She was giving her speech saying that, oh yeah, this thing is a cult. It is a cult, but so is Christianity. She's saying that this thing is a cult and it needs to get out of the country. That's not standing for freedom. That's not equality under the law. That's not real democracy. And it's not about protecting families, because it's about protecting British families, white British Christian families, rather than actual families as a generic term. Building a peaceful and prosperous and patriotic society. Okay, why the hell does it need to be patriotic? If it's peaceful and prosperous, that's perfect. Why does it need to be patriotic? Patriotic just means blind loyalty to the people in charge. That's what patriotic means. Blind loyalty to the people in charge. The Nazis were very patriotic, and look what happened there. Yeah, patriotism isn't always a good thing. I'd rather have peaceful, prosperous, and critical thinking society. That sounds better. But yeah, like I said, these guys have got an agenda. You could say that, oh, they don't pay him and this, that, and the other, but they've got an agenda. He supports this agenda because they know that as long as they support this agenda together, it will get the views, it will get the attention, and it will get the money somehow, ad revenue, whatever. They're making money off this somehow, or they're getting paid for some kind of interest groups. They're getting paid by the millionaires, some interest groups who want to push a particular narrative for false flag events, which we've talked about previously on the stream. False flag events are very, very common, but they're not always called out as false flag events, or they're not always exposed as false flag events. Reclaiming the nation's identity, Christian traditions, culture, and values. Yeah, if you're reclaiming the nation's identity, Christian traditions, culture, and values, then you would, funnily enough, look more like Muslims, because the woman should cover her head in Christianity according to the Bible. That's why these nuns wear these scarves. You know, the nuns wear the scarf. That's how you know what a nun is. You go, oh, she must be a nun because she's wearing a scarf. So essentially, reclaiming the nation's identity, Christian traditions, culture, and values will actually end up being similar to the Islamic way of doing things, of modesty and all this kind of stuff. Obviously, the way that it's meant to be taught, not the way that people practice it. So yeah, it's not about reclaiming the nation's identity, Christian traditions, cultural values. It's about reinstating this tribal mentality where you've got the upper class, the middle class, the lower class. You've got all these tiers within society, which means that there's like a two-tier system. You know how they say that, oh, Muslims introduced this two-tier policing system. You've got the Muslims and the dhimmis. Yeah, you've already got you haven't got a two-tier policing system here. You've got a four-tier policing system. You've got the elite at the top, then you've got the upper class, the working class. Sorry, the middle class, the working class, and then the peasants at the bottom. So it's like 6 tiers. You've got all these different tiers in the UK. That's even worse than a two-tier system, you know? At least with a two-tier system, you could go, yes, okay, we can see it's evident, bam, bam. This group of people and that group of people. With the 6th tier, it's not that obvious. And even if it is obvious, let's say, for example, I don't know, let me think of a random example off the top of my head of something that will never, ever happen in a democracy with Christian values. Let's say that the Prime Minister and his cabinet were at his house drinking and partying while they told you couldn't leave your house. And then the police did nothing about it. While the police would stop you from crossing the street or going into the park for a walk, they'll stop you and question you and ask you what you're doing. The police standing outside the Prime Minister's door, letting everyone in, doesn't ask a single question. In fact, he probably might pop in for a little drink as well. That's multi-tier policing. So this is what I'm saying. These guys are literally just, they're pushing a narrative. They're pushing their own narrative. And that's it. That's all the thing they've got. Then there's some latest scoops about Tommy Robinson, about this pledge thing where they're trying to brainwash society. Sophie Story, interesting. Oh, okay. She was attacked by Muslims, I think. Yeah, attacked by illegal immigrant. That's the story. So once again, it's an agenda. It's immigrants bad, illegal immigrants bad, Muslims bad, brown people bad, British values good, Christianity good. That is literally it. They could say this in 5 seconds, but they don't. They obviously try to subterfuge. They try to mislead, hide their agenda. But yeah, it's clear as mud. It's clear as mud. Apparently, this guy got arrested for being Jewish. I have heard that Tommy Robinson is funded by the Zionists. So maybe that's how they're getting their money. Maybe that's how they're being paid to do all this stuff. The Zionists. Not the Jews, the Zionists. There's a difference. Remember, like I said, there's sects within a group. So yeah, you could give me the spiel that Urban Scoop are an independent, blah, 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 bullshit. They don't pay anyone and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, their agenda's clear as mud. And they're obviously pushing that agenda as much as they can. All right. D says, got your Superman shirt on. Yes, Superman shirt. But sometimes Clark Kent. Yeah, Dee? Yeah. You know, sometimes you got to play the humble. What was it? not humble, but mild-mannered reporter. Sometimes you got to be a little bit mild-mannered, and then sometimes you gotta dun dun dun. Wait, dun 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 dun. But yeah, no, it's just one of my favorite shows. I've always loved Superman. I've loved Superman since I was a child. I had this amazing keyring, which I think I still have it on my keys. My keys are in the door. Yeah, it's a solid metal. It's a solid metal Superman logo keyring I got when I was in college. Freaking love Superman. I love Superman, and I watched Smallville. I watched the New Adventures of Lois and Clark. No, not Lois and Superman. And I used to love watching it. Superman's awesome. He's awesome. But yeah, thank you for noticing. D say star in the making. Yes, DD. Hollywood, here you come. No, I don't. I could have done. I could have gone down the acting route a long time ago. I've already said in other streams. I was in some movies as an extra. I did do theatre when I was in school, like drama. I did drama. I've actually got I think somewhere here, I've got a video of me singing on stage. Funny story about that was that I can't sing, and my drama teacher was like, "Oh, I've got the perfect role for you." And I was like, "But miss, I can't sing, like I'll do it, but I can't sing. I just don't want to ruin your play. If everyone else is singing beautifully and then it's my turn and I'm there, Mr. Squeaky McGee, I don't want to ruin the show for everyone." And she was like, "No, no, no, no. Squeaky McGee is perfect because your role would be the comedic relief. You're the guy who gives the kind of like the laughs." So I was like, "Okay, cool. As long as it's in line with the show, then I'm happy to do it, but I don't want to ruin it for everyone else." So there's I've got a video here somewhere of me singing on stage as a teenager, singing. I thought I was singing badly, but yeah, I could have gone down that film movie thing route a long time ago, but I don't know. I don't think it would be fun. Don't get me wrong; it'd be fun to do, but I don't know. I think I've got right now. I'm just focusing on the truth, spreading the truth, and I think a lot of people won't really hire me after most of these YouTube videos I make anyway. I think most of these YouTube videos would make me unhireable because I say things how it is, and I don't have that clean business image anymore. But it's fine. It is what it is, and plus, I am also the devil. D says, "I give you line upon line, precept upon precept, bit by bit." Business says, "Muslims are patriots for themselves, so English must be patriotic for themselves too." Hourglass, purple sand, or there's some Muslims that the thing is this: Muslims come to the country. Some of them work, some of them are arseholes. Okay, but that's just like life in everywhere. British people went to India. Some of them worked, some of them did good things, some of them were arseholes. Some British people went to Japan. Some of them were good, some of them were bad, and some of them were arseholes. It is what it is. You'll always have this combination of people. You don't fix it just by going, "Okay, that's it, everybody out," unless you're one of us. That doesn't help resolve anything, because even with your own people, you'll have British people that are good, British people that are working hard, and then British people that are just complete assholes. You'll have this within the British population as well. So it's not a thing that you kind of just go, "Oh no, let's just sweep it under the rug. If it's not in our face, it's not happening." That's not how you fix any problems. And that's what they seem to think. They seem to think that, "Oh, just Muslims go away, that's it, problems are solved. The country's now perfect." Even though Muslims are a recent addition to the country, all the 300 years of bullshittery in this country that's been slowly degrading it, that's somehow fixed. The House of Lords, the dodgy Parliament, all these things, that's somehow fixed because you kicked out the Muslims. No, it's not. That's not how you fix it. Biz says, "I'm recovering from line upon line." Gussie D says, "Proud to be in America, at least I know I am free. I will proudly stand and say, God bless the USA and all nations, one God, one nation, under liberty and justice for all. I don't know about that either. I don't know about that. It's for all Americans. Although I did hear recently that Trump is, I don't know if it was fake news or if it was really old news. I only saw it recently, but it was something about how Trump signed some kind of Native American stuff. He signed some paperwork for the Native Americans. So, yeah, it's America's not perfect. It's far from perfect. It's got a lot of work it needs to do on itself in regards to its own identity, which is outside of commercialism. Because the thing is, a lot of America's identity is based on commercialism and making money, and that's the problem. That means that God is not that one God, one nation under liberty and just for all. That one God isn't Yahweh, as you would possibly say, or the Father. That's not their God. Their God is Mammon. Is Mammon the money one? Mammon. God. Mammon. Yes, Mammon. That's their God. The God of the Americans is Mammon. Hence why, like I said, it's all commercialism. It's all commercialism. It's not about the growth of the people, it's the growth of the economy and the richest increasing their bank balances. That's what it's about. D says yes, line upon line. D says Isaiah 28:13. In the Bible, Isaiah 28:13 says that the word of the Lord is precept upon precept, line upon line, meaning it is gradually revealed and communicated. Yeah, of course. You can't expect God to give us all the information of everything in the universe. Our brains would just explode or melt. There's a lot to know in life. That's why you have to learn slowly. That's why it's okay to be a tortoise. In the race between the tortoise and the hare, where they're trying to race, the tortoise takes his time slowly, bit by bit, taking his sweet ass time, because he understands that it's all about the end. It's about getting to the end. If you end up exhausting yourself like the rabbit does, he takes a nap and then ends up losing his position in the race. And it's all about taking slow, steady steps, slow, steady progress forwards, but always moving forwards. Although I do remember this, I'm going to see if I can find it. I do remember this, I think it was Bugs Bunny, actually, YouTube. They did the tortoise and the hare kind of animation thing. It was funny because the tortoise had like I loved it. He had like a jetpack in his thingy. Was it Looney Tunes, isn't it? Looney Tunes tortoise. Okay, yeah, we'll watch a couple of minutes of this. Oh, I did do that right. Just closed it down by accident. Here we go.
Grammarly.
Yes, sirree, Pop. An airflow chassis. Now take rabbits. They're built all wrong for racing. Those ridiculous ears. Wind resistance, son. Just wind resistance. Another thing. Rabbits aren't very bright either. Who was it, Cease? Well, sweetie face, it was that rabbit again. I think he's about ready for another race.
You want him to sign and streamline it, eh? Get a load of this, folks. Extra, Hare challenges tortoise. Read all about it. Hare races tortoise today. What, again?
The contestants say, may the best man win.
That's me. I can't lose, folks. I got a secret weapon. The gambling ring says we're betting everything we got on the rabbit to win. In fact, we don't even think that the title will finish, do we, boys?
No, boss. No.
Where's that title? Where's that title?
Oh, Speedy.
He did it before, and he can do it again, and he can do it again. He did it before.
I'll do it again.
Are you small, green, and gruesome? All set? Okay, let's go. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to make like ready, and 4 to
I love the way he runs. He's just like skipping.
Time's a wasting, Speedy.
Why, that little conniver.
Oh, it's not the one that I thought it was going to be. The one I thought it was going to be was the turtle. Basically, the rabbit's cheating, and then the turtle has like an exhaust system. He's got like a V8 engine in this in his shell, and he starts it up, and he just while he's doing his little like he's doing his little skip, but he's just flying. Oh, I don't know why that came into my head, but I'm glad it did. That was a little bit of nostalgia there. Biz says, Liber 9031. Also, I give you power earthly, enjoy earthly wealth and health and length of days, duration and love shall cling to your feet and twine around your heart. So you're trying to say that God wants us to be wealthy? Yeah, wealth and health and joy, earthly joy is fine, but it's not to be attached to it. Like I said, these guys seem to be trying to be attached to it and trying to push a narrative in regards to this right wing versus left wing thing. In regards to America, it's it's all commercialism. That's different. It's not about wealth or health. It's about greed and pride. D says 3 John 1:2, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. Yes, that sounds a bit more balanced. That sounds more balanced. Gendars. Tommy loves all races. Street Mike and Shalini are welcomed always. Sikhs always. Listen, they're being welcomed if they agree. If they were welcomed and they're allowed to disagree, that's different. But yeah, they're being welcomed onto the stage because they agree. That's the whole point. It's like, oh, you want to come up on stage? Oh, wait, do you agree with us? Okay, yes, you can. Oh, you don't agree with us? Or you do agree with us? Oh, wait, we're not sure about you. You don't have to go prove it. Go walk around Speaker's Corner for 6 months going, Mohammed is a PDF. Then we'll believe you. You know what I mean? It's they love the people that agree with them, that British people should be allowed to do what the hell they like the good old cannoli days. No, colonial times, like the good old colonial times. That's what they want. D says love Superman. On a different topic, there's a song, Hey Mrs. Robertson, Jesus loves you more than you will know. Tommy Robertson's wife needs to know that right now. I'm sure honestly, I don't think they care. It's not about religion for these guys. I don't think they care about finding God. If it was about finding God, they would be working on themselves. But instead, they're trying to work on the people. They're trying to manipulate the people into fighting their war. essentially. Like I said, the same thing. The guys at the top pulling the strings. They want you to shout and argue or fight amongst yourselves, because if you're too busy fighting and shouting and amongst yourselves, you don't realize who's pulling the strings and realize they're the problem and that you need to cut those strings off. So yeah, if they were truly about God, they would be going towards God. They're not going towards God. They're going towards trying to get power, trying to reclaim the country, trying to show dominance over the Islamic problem. You know what I mean? It's always picking and choosing the outrage, and at that point, it's not consistent. It's not truth. It's an agenda. Biz says, Damien Frawley, best actor. Who's Damien Frawley? Damien Frawley. Damien Frawley. Okay, I can see there's a rugby player. I have no idea why you mentioned that, but it is what it is. Oh, I already read that one. D says, I want to see you singing as a teenager. I'll find the video. I'll find the video one day. I'll upload it. I'll upload it. It's me and my friend at the time. He was a funny lad as well. He was a good lad. But yeah, we're just singing on stage. Madness says, you do have a tune in your head, the man. I have noticed. Yes, I have a tune in my head, meaning that I dance to my own tune. I do sing. I do have like a humming thing. I don't know. I just like music. I just think that the music of life is beautiful, and we've got to enjoy it a bit more. Thank you, Biz. Biz is dropping some hugs, dropping the love. D says all nations are failing without God. Yes, they are. That's the point. That's the point. They're trying to do so much to try and change the country back into a way that it would be good, but they're trying to force it by, like I said, blaming this or blaming that or blaming that rather than working on themselves within. I've said this from day one. If you want to see the change in the world, you've got to make that change within yourself. And I'm not the only one who said this. I'm pretty sure it's a Michael Jackson lyric. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, I'm asking him to change his ways. You have to make the change within. And obviously, then that's reflected into your family. And then obviously, your family's making the same changes. And then that's reflected into your community. And then that from your community is reflected into your nation. That's how you make the change. Excuse me, 1 second. I just need to clean my nose. Oh, sexy, innit? Oh, all right. So yeah, as I was saying, yes, they're failing without God because they've not done the work to get towards God. So it needs to come on an individual basis, and then, like I said, it works its way outwards towards the family, towards the community, towards the town, towards the city, towards the country, towards the world. But it has to start from within. It always has to start from within. And that's the problem right now, is that they're too busy focusing on the external things and blaming those. It's like, oh, if we get rid of that, that's it, problem solved. If you get rid of that, problem solved. No, it's not. It's really not. The change needs to come from within. Richard Bingle, welcome to the channel, says, don't put all Americans on that box, bro. My God is the 1 inch Holy Bible. So your God is a book? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're saying your God is the book. I hope you're saying that your God is from the Holy Bible, meaning that it's Yahweh. But yeah, I'm not trying to put all Americans on that box, bro. I'm just saying that the commercialization and the way that the countries run America is not for God, because the thing is that line that D said earlier. Let's just bring up that line. Here we go. Proud to be in America, at least I know I'm free. I will proudly stand and say, God bless the USA and all nations, one God, one nation, one liberty, and just for all. That one God, one nation, and liberty, and just for all, that isn't something that the regular people say. That's something that the government has kind of made a motto of, isn't it? It's that one nation under God or something like that. Those people who are in charge, who have said, oh yeah, God's in charge, it's Mammon. To them, Mammon is the God. Yes, I'm not gonna say that it's all Americans, because I understand the Bible Belt is different to Washington DC. I also understand that there's Native Americans there that will follow a different God to Mammon. I know that there's the Mexicans or the South Americans that come up as well. They'll have different. You've got the Irish that come over. They'll have different. You know what I mean? I understand the individual will always be different. However, the country is run by Mammon, commercialism, and that is why Mammon is trying to be spread throughout all the TV commercials, throughout all the advertising, throughout all the programming, all the shows that they put on, all the music that they kind of try and push out there, is to kind of increase that commercialism aspect in people's heads, where they worship commercialism rather than God, and where people are too busy distracting themselves with the things outside to focus on the growth inside. But yeah, thanks for joining the channel, bro. Biz says capitalism is the source of joy and freedom. It really isn't. Don't get me wrong, capitalism has its benefits. It has its benefits, but it is not the source of joy and freedom. Definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, capitalism just says, let's look at the definition of capitalism. Let's look at the definition of capitalism together. Because I know the way I explain it to people. But let's just have a look at the... So capitalism, an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit. So it's about an economic and political system in a country in which trade and industry are controlled. Trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit. It's not controlled by private owners for joy and freedom. It's controlled by private owners for profit. So when you put profit as your highest thing, that's mammon. That's money that you're worshipping at that point. Because like I said the other day, these companies out there that are making 6 billion in profits every year, they could easily pay everyone's wage a little bit more, make less profit. Company still runs, company still works beautifully, you know, still run efficiently, but everyone gets paid more, where they can actually have a better lifestyle, where they can actually have joy and freedom in their lives, where they're not always worried about the next paycheck or the next paycheck or the next paycheck. But like I said, that's not what capitalism is about. Capitalism is about, the way I normally say it to people is, the way I describe capitalism to people is, I'm better than you, you're better than him, he's better than her, and she's better than the other person. And we're all in a hierarchy where the person at the top gets everything. That is literally what capitalism is. It's a pyramid. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. Capitalism is a pyramid scheme. Okay, it's all about the profit, and the person at the top who started the pyramid scheme gets all the profit. That is essentially all it is. So yeah, it's not about joy and freedom. That's absolute tosh. I think you might be sipping the Kool-Aid there for capitalism, Biz. You need to have a rethink of that one, or come back with a better argument. Come back with a better argument if you think I'm wrong. But I think it's sipping on the Kool-Aid there, pal. Madness says, a bit like us on Nose's channel. They love us if we agree with their narrative. Yes, exactly. They only like you when you agree with the narrative. If you don't agree with the narrative, then it's like, get off. Who are you? Blah, 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 blah. It is what it is. Biz says, Sadhguru says the greatest sin is to give up the joys of this life for the supposed next life. Sadhguru. Okay, his name is not Sadhguru. Sadhguru is a title. Sadhguru means true guru. It's a title that he's either given himself or other people have given him. Okay, it's not his name. For him to say the greatest sin is to give up the joys of this life, I would agree if the joys of this life were truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. Because those have given me joy in life. Those have given me joy in my life. But if you're saying that the joys of life are having lots of money, having pride, anger, greed, attachment, fear, then no, I don't agree with that. And I also say that forget about heaven, forget about hell. Like, don't do what you do in life because of heaven and hell. Do what you want to do in life, and hopefully what you want to do is a good thing. What you want to do is the right thing, which I think everyone does want to do. Everyone wants truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope, regardless of whether you think they're the most evil person in the world. When they go home, they want to feel truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. I think this is generic between all people. So if we live this life, choose life, if we live this life with these ideals, then yeah, there will be joy here, and it'll be joyful for everyone, and we don't have to worry about getting some prize when we die. Life will become the prize it was supposed to be. Life will be the gift that I will appreciate life for the gift that it is. Madness says, I do like Sadhguru, and he also likes Muji. D says, islands in the stream, that is what we are. Lol. Kenny Rogers. Islands in the Stream. That sounds so familiar. I think I know that song. Islands in the Stream. Let me just play a little bit of it. Why not? Why not? Let's do a bit of cultural exchange. When I met you, there was peace unknown. I said, oh. There was something going on. I think I do know this one. Hold me closer and I feel no pain. Every beat of my heart. Tender love is blind. Is what we are. Oh, this is what's that song? There was a new song made based on this, wasn't there? It's I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's no 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 no. That is what you are. That is what we are, I think, is in the new version. That is what we are. No one in between. How can we be? And we could rely on each other. No 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 no. That song. What is that song? Oh, I can't remember it. But I'm sure someone in the chat will put it in. Yes, I do know this song. Good reference there, D. Good reference. I like that. Love a bit of the cultural exchange. It's me, Damien. Oh, that's your name. I'm sorry. I know your first name's Damien. I didn't know your last name. Okay. Oh, yep. D with the blowing of the nose. Thank you. D says, we know God without the book, but the book gives the Torah, Old Testament, God judgment to the wicked nations, and New Testament prophecies fulfilled, and prophecies coming, confirmation, and a roadmap. Bible most sold book, only book that is true, and prophecies have come to pass. Give history, genealogy, and prophecies for all time, for all to come. Biz says liberal cap. What? I don't know what that is. I give unimaginable joys on earth, certainly not faith, while in life upon death, peace unutterable, rest, ecstasy, nor do I demand ought in sacrifice. What is this liberal cap thing? Is this like the Satan's Bible or something? What is this? I give unimaginable joys. Let me Google this. I'm sure it'll come up. I give unimaginable joys. That wasn't enough. Let me see. On earth, certainly not faith. On earth. Oh, on earth. Certainly not faith. Let's see if we can figure this out. Okay, this is the sacred text or something. The book of the law. Never heard of this. The law of liberty. Which religion is this? Is this some kind of like cultish kind of thing? Is this like some kind of cult? Had the manifestation of Nuit, the unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman is a star. Every number is infinite. There is no difference. Help me, O warrior lord of Thebes, in my unveiling before the children of men. Be thou Hadith, my secret center, my heart, and my tongue. What is this? I've never heard of these terms. Hadith, Nuit. Well, Nuit kind of sounds Egyptian. Nuit sounds Egyptian. Is this an Egyptian thing? Religion or something? Or no, Nuit. Nuit, is that Latin? Is this like the religion of the elite who run America? Biz. Gossi say, or D says, it is reported now that more purchases than ever is purchased now by younger ones, knowing the garbage being told and seeking the truth and love of the Father. Yeah. So if the kids are the one being the biggest consumers, it's because they're being brainwashed into consumerism. Biz says capitalism the best for human ingenuity. Communism has fallen and failed. Well, technically, I would say what did Hitler have? Hitler had socialism, right? Hitler had socialism, and during socialism, ingenuity was insane. Like Germany had the best like boats and aircraft, and like all the scientists were taken over to America in Operation Paperclip to work on the hydrogen bomb. So if we're going by history and if we're going by human ingenuity, I would say socialism is better than capitalism, just by going by recent evidence. Capitalism just stifles growth because it sucks the life force. It's sucking the life force, the money out of the people. It's not allowing people to have that joy and freedom to grow and think of new ways of doing things. It's all about, I don't want to hear it. If we've done this for 100 years, we're going to keep doing this for 100 years more because we made this much profit in this last 100 years and we want to make this much profit in the next 100 years. Profit, 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 profit. That is it. That's what capitalism is. It's not about introducing any new ideas or anything like that. D says, don't drink the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. Biz says, Creator God wants you to create. Bring on capitalism. No. Yeah, God wants you to create, but he doesn't want you to create shit. The thing is, capitalism. Look, capitalism. If we're saying capitalism is God wants you to create, and we look at YouTube as an example, okay, YouTube as an example, where there is a bunch of people who are trying to create content for YouTube. It's generic, bland, soulless content. It's just churning. It's just churning the organ, trying to just make the same old burger, same burger, same burger, same burger, same burger. There's no real difference to each of these channels. Like you've got all these AI bot channels which talk about the same thing. They take away all humanity out of it, and that's in the pursuit of capitalism. It's not in the pursuit of expanding our consciousness. It's not in the pursuit of growing individually. It's purely that they see, oh, here's a message that people resonate with. Let me just shove it down people's throat with a billion different channels with all this AI crap. And don't get me wrong, I've played with the AI stuff as well, but I am so reluctant to. I really don't like using the AI stuff because it just looks like all this other crap. Even if I am trying to do it with good intentions, even if I am trying to put a good message behind it, because it just ends up looking like the other AI generic crap. I don't like it. But yeah, that's what communism. Sorry, not communism. That's what capitalism gets you. That's what capitalism gets you. It doesn't allow you to create unique stuff. You know, it allows you to try and copy others and just try and make a fast buck. And then you have all these AI crypto scams as well. They're all doing it for. They're creating this content about AI scams and AI and crypto investments to just make money for the profit. That's why I can say you could try and convince me, but I don't see what you're seeing. I don't see what you're seeing. I see capitalism as being a sickness, and it's about time we were down with the sickness. If you know the song, you should know the song. Get down with the sickness. Why not play it? Yeah, played it. Dolly Parson, yes. Rely on each other. Is that what the song's called? Rely on each other. Rely on each other. Islands in the Stream. No, that's the thingy one. What's the remake? Ghetto Superstar. That is what you are. Na, 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 na. Come away with me to another place where we can rely on each other. Yeah, let's play a little bit of this one. This is the one I knew originally. That's what you are. Where we can rely on each other. Ooh. Oh. Oh, the Supreme Team Dream always up with the scheme. Oh, I got to check out these lyrics. Got to check out the lyrics on this one. I remember the song from when I was a kid, but I didn't actually sit down to see what the lyrics are. But it sounds good. Okay. Some got hopes and dreams. We got ways and means. The Supreme Dream Team always up with the schemes. From hubcaps to selling raps. Name your theme. My rise to the top, floating on this cream. Who the hell want to stop me? I hated those who doubt me. A million refugees with unlimited warranties. Black Caesar dating top divas. Diplomatic legal, diplomatic legals. I can't read that word. I'm done anyway. Interesting. Yeah, so that's the song I knew from back in the day. Biz says the poor call motivation and initiative greed. Motivation is better than sadness and destitution. Down with socialism. No. So the thing is this: if I was to say come up with a really good idea, and I was to sell it, I've got no issue with someone starting up a company where they're trying to do something, where they're trying to introduce a product that helps people. You know, introducing products that help people, and to have something different that's out there where people can take it. But how do I put this? The way they do it at the moment isn't about offering a product. It's about purely about keeping people preoccupied. If they're preoccupied, they're not thinking, they're not growing. Um, let me think of an example. Like alcohol. It's like there's a billion different other types of drinks of alcohol out there, and there's new ones coming out every single day for alcohol. Whereas things that really matter to people, like for example, old people freezing in their houses or something like that, some kind of investment into better insulation or something like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't get the same attraction. So I think that it's about the type of products. If it's just pure money based, you're going to go for the quick money. You know, if you want to make money, you're going to go for the quick money. You're not going to go for the money where you have to work hard and bring something of value to the market. You'll just go, oh, do you know what sells really good? Alcohol. Everyone always wants to get pissed. Oh, look, if we make this bottle like this, and it's the same old alcohol as in all the other bottles, but we've put a little lemon in there, and we could sell it for like 3 times the markup because we're gonna get some celebrities to hold on to this bottle, so people know that it's not for the poor people, it's for the rich people. So we'll put a price tag that we feel like on it. You know what I mean? It's these kind of things. When they play these kind of games, then you're like, yeah, it's not about motivation and trying to make the world better or having some kind of initiative. It's purely, hey, I can make some money off this. Let me put minimal effort and make maximum profit. That is what capitalism is. Minimal effort, maximum profit. So yeah, I disagree with you in regards to that, pal. D says Wick and Warlock cult. Is it New Age stuff? Is that what that is? Wick and Warlock. Interesting. Wick and Warlock cult. D says as a channel, no, as AI channels are robbing people of their money, get rich scams, and a lot of people falling into the fast buck. YouTube should not allow this. 100% agree. Yes. The fact that they get through on YouTube is absolutely disgusting. But YouTube has changed since it was originally made. Right now, it is all about trying to get people into this machine just to kind of produce content, just to sell things, you know. It's like, oh, you're a great person, you know, you got a great personality, just sell this while you're doing that, just sell this pen while you're doing what you're doing, you know. It's like, is it a good pen? It doesn't matter if it's a good pen. It doesn't matter if we had to kill 5 people every time we made one pen. Just sell the pen, you know, just sell the pen. That's what it's like. And it's all just instead of having TV adverts selling things to people, now they have people selling things to other people. So yeah, the whole YouTube setup is a bit dodgy at the moment, where it should have been a platform for people to create things and where they could supplement their income with whatever they could do on YouTube. It's now just turned into a pure money making system rather than a content or value making system. Biz says all your musical contributions are AI. Yes, they are. However, I admit it. But my AI contributions are not there to make money. I'm not making money off these songs. I'm not doing any kind of like thing. It's just songs that I thought I would like to listen to more of because I don't hear songs like these. The lyrics I try to come up with myself. I try to introduce my own lyrics and my own message behind the song. Yes, the instruments and the singers are AI, but the music is more than just the instruments or the singer. It's the soul behind it. When you listen to music, it's always about the soul behind it. So yeah, I understand you're trying to kind of jab me there and say, well, you're a bit of a hypocrite. You're using AI. Yes, I don't say there's anything wrong with using AI as long as you're using it to supplement or to not even supplement, to assist you. If it's doing all the legwork, if it's doing everything where you aren't thinking for yourself, where it's not your own message, it's just purely like AI. What sells a lot on YouTube, or what sells a lot at the supermarkets? Okay, alcohol makes this much money in a year. Okay, great, thank you, AI. Can you make me a YouTube video where we promote this alcohol with a new brand and a new twist, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's just all doing all the legwork. It doesn't allow you to think for yourself. It doesn't allow you to reflect and go, wait, is this something good I'm doing? Is this something which is just going to just flood the market with crap, or is it going to be something that actually people want and need in their life rather than just want to distract themselves with? Gossie says, nice singing voice, thank you. Tune sticks with you, Superman. Yeah, tunes do stick with me. Yeah, I just remember songs a lot. Songs, movies, sayings. But yeah, it is what it is. Biz says, money is our means of measuring and rewarding output and creative energy. God wants you to create. Money is our means of measuring and rewarding output and creative energy. Okay. If that is true, if that is the only reason money is there, then I don't deserve any reward, and I have not been putting any creative energy into the output of my videos for the past year because I've not made a single penny off these videos. I've got over, I want to say, let's have a quick look at the stats on my thingy. And this isn't me complaining or anything like that. This is just me saying that if we are taking your idea of it's just a way to measure this, well, technically no, because it could just be my content really sucks. It could just be my content sucks and it's not good for anyone. But then I've got apparently 6 people watching at the moment, so it can't be all that bad, can it? And then when you see what kind of things are promoted on YouTube, it kind of makes you think, okay, it's not just about the content, it's about the name, the brand, the connections. There's a lot more to it than just the actual value of the content or the creativity behind it. I'm just loading up some stats now. Let's see. Okay, I can't find the stats I'm trying to look for. Let me see. Maybe it's on the other side. Ah, here we go. It might be on content. All videos. Okay, I can't find the stat I'm looking for, but I know where I can find this one. This one should be in the earnings section. It will tell me how many people. Nope, that one doesn't help me either, actually. But basically, I've had a lot of hours watched. I've had a lot of people watching the videos. I've had a lot of videos made on my channel. I've made over. Let's have a look. I know how. If I go there and then view channel. Here we go. I've done 437 videos. 437 videos. And I've not made a single penny in this past year. There's some people who've made 10 videos and they're making money on YouTube. You could just say that their content is better. You could say that their content reaches more people. But like I said, it's the quality of the content. It's like they may just be doing things that people want to distract themselves with, but not the things that people want to grow from, because people don't typically want to grow. So it's not about the quality of the content. It's not about rewarding creativity. It's about following the narrative that everyone else is following. If you follow the narrative everyone else is following, then you get kind of like pushed up. Like I said, if I started this channel with, oh yeah, Christianity good, Islam bad, yeah, and I joined that team, the Christian narrative side of YouTube would have pushed me up and I would have had lots of views, lots of money. If I pushed the other way and I went, oh, Islam good, Christianity bad, the Islamic narrative side of YouTube would have pushed me up in the algorithm and I would have made lots of money. But because I'm not following anyone's narrative, I'm just following the truth, it's not about rewarding what did you say, rewarding output and creative energy. It's about rewarding those who follow the narrative. It's about rewarding those who follow the narrative. So yeah, I disagree with you there, Biz, about the money situation. I know how it should be. I know what you mean. That's the way it should be, where it does reward output and creative energy, but that's not the way it is. D says, Mark 8:36, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Exactly. Why sell out your soul? Why sell out your soul? Trust me, millions of people sold their souls before. Okay, millions and millions of people have sold their souls before, and they may have had a temporary good life, but in the long term, I don't think they were happy. They would have had the luxuries, but that having that soulless feeling of knowing that you've sold your soul and that you've now given up you, who you are, to this machine. Yeah, that's that feeling you can't wash off. D says, money not evil, it is the love of money that is evil. Yes, exactly. I don't think money is evil as well. I don't think money is evil. Like, hey, if you want to give me money, I'll take it. You know what I mean? If you want to donate, go for it, donate. But it's the love of money. I'm not going to be saying, hey, you guys can't sit on my stream unless you pay for a subscription, or you pay me this much. You can't join this. Or I don't put my videos behind a paywall and say that, oh, if you want to watch my videos where I really talk about the best stuff, the stuff that will really help you grow, then you have to pay for this subscription or this model of whatever. That's what most people are doing. They put everything behind a paywall for the love of money, not just to make a bit of money, you know, from their content. Because YouTube allows you to make money in loads of different ways. You know, it allows you to make money through donations, through advertising, through sponsorships of some kind, all sorts of ways of making money on YouTube rather than just putting it behind a paywall. So yeah, when people start putting things behind paywalls, then I know that it's not about the actual money helping them maintain or keep it going. It's about the love of the money, mammon or mammon, whatever it is. D says I always get this name hard. 1 Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Yeah, I'm starting to find it hard to read. Give me a second. I'm going to grab a drink. While I grab a drink, I'm going to play a quick song. So let's play. Let's go with Eternal Calm. Let's go with Eternal. Actually, no. Do you know what? Let's go with Who. No, I've changed my mind again. I've changed my mind 5 times there. Let's go with Hope, because I'm wearing the Superman t-shirt. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I've been through the shadows, walked in the night, seen the world get heavy, try to crush my light. The hope keeps burning deep in my soul, the flame that won't fade, yeah, it keeps me whole. When life gets rough and the clouds roll in, hope is the anchor that pulls me again. In the darkest of times, when all seems lost, hope breaks through no matter the cost. Hope never dies, it shines through the pain, through every storm, every drop of rain. Down to my knees, hope lifts me up, sets my spirit free. They say light can't shine without a little dark. Hope's that spark, yeah, ignites the heart. When the path ain't clear and the road feels long, hope gives me strength, makes me strong. I've seen despair try to steal my fight, but hope keeps pushing like day through night. There's a voice in my head saying keep going strong, tells me I'm right where I belong. Hope never dies, it shines through the pain, through every storm, every drop of rain. When the world goes dim and I'm down to my knees, hope lifts me up, sets my spirit free. Hope's like the sun after endless rain, it It's a light that heals, it's a balm for pain. It don't fade, don't break, don't bend. It's the beat of my heart, my forever friend. So when I'm lost, I look to the sky. Hopes in the stars is the reason why. Why stand, why rise, why I keep on fighting. Hope's my armor when the world starts biting. It whispers, hold on, don't give up yet. Through every tear, through every regret. Hope's the fire that never goes out. Through every struggle, every doubt. Hope never dies, it shines through the pain. Through every storm, every drop of rain. When the world goes dim and I'm down to my knees, hope lifts me up, sets my spirit free. Hope's like the sun after endless rain. It's a light that heals, it's a balm for pain. It don't fade, don't break, don't bend. It's the beat of my heart, my forever friend. So when I'm lost, I look to the sky. Hope's in the stars, it's the reason why. Why I stand, why I rise, why I keep on fighting. Hope's my armor when the world starts biting. It whispers, hold on, don't give up yet. Through every tear, through every regret. Hope's the fire that never goes out. Through every struggle, every doubt. Through every struggle, every doubt. Hope never dies.
Hope never dies. Yes. All right, I'm back. So yeah, I read that one from D. There was Biz. Biz will drop in some more of this occult stuff. Only those who fear shall fail. Those who have bent their backs to the yoke of slavery until they can no longer stand upright, them will I despise. Only those who fear shall fail. Those who have bent their backs to the yoke of slavery until they can no longer stand upright, them will I despise. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into this esoteric stuff because at least with Christianity, I know the angle they're coming from. With this, I'm gonna have to read more into it to understand the exact perspective that they're coming from. We got John in the chat, new guy. He says people that were born there should not have to leave. Oh, he's someone actually talking about something on topic. So British people should leave if they don't like the country. Okay, and he says people that were born there should not have to leave. All those immigrants should leave. Oh, did I say something that's not politically correct? Not sorry. Cool. So while we're at it, John, are we going to send all the Americans back to Europe? All these Americans that were not born there, are we going to send them back to Spain and England and all these places? All the Brits that are sitting in Benidorm getting pissed every single day, are we going to send them back to the UK? You know, you have to understand that when you start making these declarations of, oh yeah, just send them all back to where they came from, if they're immigrants, where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? If it's just people that are born, I was born in the UK, does that mean I'm good? I don't ever have to leave? Or is someone still going to have a problem with me because I don't follow their religion or because I don't have the same skin tone as them? Like, where's the line? Where is the line? But yeah, I'm not offended. So it doesn't have to be politically correct. You don't have to be politically correct here, but you just have to speak with a bit of common sense. D says, if they want to change the laws in countries like their countries, they do have their laws like, oh God, I'm having trouble reading this. If they want to change the laws in countries like their countries, they do have their laws, and you said you understand, like the laws of burning Quran. So all should understand the laws in other lands. Yes, yeah, I think it's important that if you go to another country that you understand the laws. Sometimes it is a bit difficult. It is a bit difficult because sometimes you might be somewhere on holiday. But if you're going to go there to live, I think at that point you do need to kind of start understanding. Because I think in the UK, they say that ignorance of the law is not an excuse. So if you did something and you're like, oh, I didn't know that was against the law, it doesn't matter. You still broke the law and they'll still do you. So ignorance of the law is, I think it's quite common regardless where you are. I mean, not having ignorance of the law as a way to get out of culpability or accountability of your actions. Biz says, lose your soul through poverty and division and destitution via socialism. Lose your soul through poverty and division and destitution. I don't think socialism is always about destitution, division, and poverty. I think socialism is just about working together as a team. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. Where you think, let me put it like this to you. I did see a message from Biz saying that he was leaving, so he might have gone already. Actually, he said it's a bit late. So if you've gone, good night. If you're watching this back, I'm just going to explain this to you a bit, Biz. So socialism isn't to say that it's just handing out things. From my perspective, socialism is about the social communal aspect. So instead of having a company that is owned by an individual, the company would be owned by the country, and they are the ones who reap the benefits if the company does well. So if the company is doing well, the people who set up that company, i.e. the country, should do well. And it's like instead of having, I don't know, for example, let's replace Nike, the name Nike, let's replace that with the word England. And no, because that doesn't work, because they're both pyramid schemes. They're both pyramid schemes. It won't work. It won't work because it's all about the person at the top getting all the money. I'm trying to think of the partnership. The partnership. Waitrose. The way Waitrose works is that whenever you join the company as a worker, even though you're just a worker at the bottom of the pyramid, you're technically a partner in the company. You've got an ownership. You own part of the company. So when it comes down to the end of the year and you're splitting the money up between reinvestments and this, that, and the other, and then you've got the rest of the profits that you're going to give to everyone as a bonus, everyone gets the same percentage. And it's not because you're at the top you get a bigger percentage. You get the same percentage as everyone, but it'll be a percentage of your wage. So if your wage is bigger than someone else because you have more responsibilities or this, that, or the other, then you get it proportional to your wage. I think that kind of system works better. And so if that kind of system was more as a nationwide thing, then you wouldn't have people trying to abuse the system, trying to take as much as they can out of it for their own personal sakes, because they'll know that, hey, listen, if we invest this money into a right company, if we invest it into the right person, into the right employee, we'll see this money come back to us tenfold, and it will then affect everyone else. Everyone else will appreciate this as well, because everyone else will get something out of it too. And then that means that they would want to put more into this company or country. So yeah, socialism gets a bit of a bad rap, but I think if it's done in the right way, it can be powerful. But obviously, I don't know about all the different ways of socialism being done, but I definitely have seen capitalism in its many various forms, and it's about the elite being at the top and having someone's back to stand on. D says, Matthew 26:11, for ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. Yes, I've heard that before. I think that's when I saw that in a clip of The Chosen. That's where the lady comes in and tries to pour oil over Jesus's feet, right? And then he's like, oh, this is such expensive oil. Why is she wasting it? And then I think that's what the response was. Stream's been going for about an hour and a half. I'm going to go for another 10 minutes. I'm going to end the stream at 5 o'clock, but I may come back later with another stream. I may not. I have other plans-ish at the moment, so I may come back or I may not. So look out for a later on stream. This is why I started the stream early today. And if I do come back for a later stream, it'll be more of a chill stream. Although this is quite chill as well, but it was meant to be about a topic. D says, Proverbs 19:17, he that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again. Biz says, lose your soul through poverty and division and destitution via socialism. I don't know. I think I gained my soul through poverty, division, and destitution. You know, poverty being not so rich, so I wasn't always kind of like in my own little world living a life of luxury. I was always kind of like working for myself to make my money so I could pay for whatever I needed or wherever I wanted to do. So kind of living through poverty. Division, I've always kind of been on my own. I've always been kind of separated from the crowd. Destitution, let's just look at destitution. Does that just mean like in rags? And define destitution. Destitution, poverty so extreme that one lacks the means to provide for oneself. Interesting. Okay. Currently, I'm in destitution. I'm currently trying my best to find a job. I am applying for jobs all day, every day. Even while I went to go grab the drink, I came back early. I sat down and I had to look at my emails to see if I had an email from any companies to, offer me a job. So, yeah, currently in destitution at the moment, but I haven't lost my soul. I've still got my soul. So this is why I said that you're wrong. That you don't lose your soul through poverty, division, and destitution. No, you lose it when you sell it. You sell it for material gain. If you sell it for material gain, that's when you lose it, because then you've given up on you've sold your foundation. The foundation you were standing on, you've sold it for the allure of money, and you thought that you could stand on the money. But yeah, money goes very quickly. So yeah, don't sell your souls. Don't sell your souls. Beer says, exit. Good night, guys. 3:30 here in Sydney. Ooh, good night, buddy. Oh, wait, 3:30 p.m.? Or did you mean a.m.? I think you meant a.m. If it's p.m., then you're a bit of a lightweight. Granddad needs to get to bed. Oh, yep, there you corrected it. a.m. Yep. Good night, bud. D says the main problem is that many are coming in wanting to promote Sharia law and force things to take away freedom, like our Ramadan fast, trying to get it where restaurants not open or you can't eat, and want change things for not for good, but burdens on people just for the agenda. Yeah, I have seen some videos where someone was sitting on a bus or something eating, and they're like, "Oh, how can you be eating? I'm on fast." I said, "Bro, that's you. You've chosen to fast. It's a personal choice. That's a you thing." So yeah, I agree that I don't know how many Muslims. To be honest, I don't think it's a lot of Muslims that do this. I think it's, once again, I want to say it's propaganda. It's people who are paid to do this. I think, honestly, in my personal opinion, I think people are paid to make content like the Patriots. That some of them are paid to make content by these people in charge because they're trying to push an agenda, and there'll be some other people on the other side paying their people to make certain content as well because they're trying to push their agenda. You know what I mean? It's one of these situations, I believe, because I've been hanging around with Muslims most of my life because I live in a multicultural society. No one's ever said to me, "You can't eat because I'm fasting." I personally will say, "Oh, I'll be eating," and they'll be like, "Oh, what you gonna eat?" And they'll say, "Oh no, I'm fasting." And I will go, "Oh, do you know what? I know how it feels when I'm hungry and I'm watching someone else eat. If I'm trying to fast and I'm watching someone else eat, it makes it a bit harder for me." So, out of the kindness of my own heart and my ability to empathize, I'm going to go over there and eat. So, as much as I want to talk to you, I'm going to go over there and eat because I don't want to do it in your face. 9 times out of 10, the Muslim there says, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. You can sit down. You could just sit here and eat. It's fine." It's very, very, very rare where they'll be like, "Oh, thanks for leaving. Yeah, I appreciate that." Normally they just say, "Don't worry about it. It's fine." So yeah, this is why I say, like, it could be people being paid to make certain propaganda in order to push certain narratives. We've got to have an open mind. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I think it's disgusting for someone to stop you from eating or closing a restaurant down because they're fasting. I think that's absolutely dumb and retarded. But I will also say that it's not always been the case in real life. In real life and internet life is very different. Okay, people always show this on YouTube, but act like this behind the scenes. So yeah, internet life isn't real life. Didi says, "Enjoyed your stream, Didi. Biblebot out. Enjoy the rest of your evening. YouTube, D, take care." Says, "Don't sell out." I'll hold on to my soul as long as I can. And D says, yes, your choice. Keep freedom. God gives everyone choice. Yes, the choice is always yours. Freedom was. I was going to say freedom of speech, but that's not what I was going to say. Free will. God gives everyone free will. The choice is always ours. It's up to us what we choose. You could sell your soul for temporary gain, and it may not be as fulfilling as you think it is. Or you can hold your own soul and know that you never sold out. That would be a bit more valuable. In a world where everyone's selling out, it's in a world where everyone sells out, it's highly valuable not to sell out. It's highly valuable not to sell out. So yes, and on that note, we are at 55. So I will talk for another 2 minutes, and then the stream is going to end. So if you've got a comment on British people should leave the country if they don't like it, if you don't like the rules, then do one, innit? Then do one. If you're one of these people, why haven't you done one? Why are you busy complaining about the Labour government? Why don't you do one? Go to a country that you do want to live in, you know? If you think that it's all about the money, go live in Dubai. They think it's all about the money, you know? Yes, it's Muslim, but they all they care about is money. If you care about is commercialism and capitalism, why don't you go live in America, the land of the brave? Well, the land of selling things. You're more than welcome to go there. Why are you staying in this country if you don't like it here? Huh? Why? Why British people? D says flee to the mountains. Yes, flee to the mountains. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. I want to go live in the mountains somewhere. That would be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Mountains, snow. Oh, peaceful. And hopefully somewhere where it's sunny in the mountains. Sunny and snowy. I want to be able to have a bit of everything. I want it all. I want it all. But yeah, somewhere nice like I don't know. I want to say Himalayan mountains, but I think that's a bit too big. But somewhere around there, like the north of India, they've got mountains there where it's like it's hot, it's sunny because it's around the equator, but they also get snow and stuff in the winter, and you can still grow stuff on the thingy mountains. You could have a little farm. That'd be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know, what more do you need in life? Maybe a woman by my side, if it's in the cards. If it's in the cards, a good woman. Come on, welcome back. Says Manali, lovely. Is Manali in the mountains? Manali. Oh wow, that does look beautiful. Oh my days. Oh, Manali, yeah, for sure. Although the town looks a bit overcrowded, I'm liking the. Oh, I'm loving the forest, massive trees. Let me see if I can share the screen. There we go. Look at that beauty. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Stunning. Oh. Oof. Yeah, that would be beautiful. Manali, good shout. Good shout there. Come on. These days, yes, always wanted the mountains. Bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. The other side of the mountain was all that he could see. Come on, says yes. Kulu Valley. I've been many times. Kulu Valley. Is Kulu Valley part of Manali? Kulu Valley. Or is that another part? Okay, yeah, it's between Manali and Largi. Okay, so yeah, it's part of Manali. Cool. Yeah, it's beautiful place. Beautiful place. You've been many times. You're a lucky guy. You got family over there, do you? Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it was, isn't it? And Nagar Castle, I stay to. Nagar Castle. Castell. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that would be a nice little holiday place to go. Yeah, but it wouldn't. I don't think Nagar Castle you'd be able to actually kind of live there because it's more like a holiday thing. I think. Manali's in Kulu Valley. Yeah, yep. Awesome. Great recommendations. Great recommendations. Maybe you'll see me one day. Maybe you'll see me there one day. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. We'll go with the flow with this, and let's see where God takes us. But that's it now for the stream. It's 5 o'clock. Like I said, keep an eye out. I may be back for another stream later. Maybe. No guarantees just yet. But D says, Didi, become a forest ranger. I would love to. Like the simple life. I like the simple life, you know. But at the same time, right now I'm trying to do my best to help people and kind of be part of society. Because years ago I wanted to go live in the forest and up into the mountains. I was like, yeah, that would be the perfect life for me. But you got to be part of the world, not of it, but part of it. So hence why I'm still here. So we'll see what happens in the future. We'll see what the future holds. Maybe I can retire up there. And then D is trail guide. That'll be awesome as well. That'll be cool. But yes, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you all, the lovers, the haters, the ninjas, the commenters, all of you guys. Do hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm. And I shall see you when I will see you next. I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special.
In the quiet of the night we find a timeless whisper so kind, stretching beyond all space, healing hearts with gentle grace, floating on a cloud of thought. In the stillness, find what's sought. Time weaves through our mind. With God's love, we're intertwined. Through the veil of time and space, feel the warmth of divine embrace. Meditation, silent song makes us feel where we belong. Stars align like ancient tales, universe within prevails. Moments drift like endless seas, touched by heaven's gentle breeze. Nothing stands in our way now. With the divine, we take a bow. Every challenge fades like mist. In the sacred we exist.